As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Erusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Erusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Erusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Erusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Erusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Erusia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom.
Oh.
When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone.
As of 1 p.m. today,
The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
Yeah. You made a bit of a
In
boo-boo.
case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking. Tragic.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison.
Yeah.
This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Oh, that's just rude. That is excessive and rude.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support.
Makes sense,
If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Okay, so it's mostly just a straight line, isn't it? So there's Trigger and Clowns, there's Mage and Golem, there's Radar. Okay, so we're mostly meant to be taking out the radar vehicles. Okay. They're all APCs, so they're going to be very easy to eliminate. Yep, this is fine. Let's go to mission prep. I can obtain aircraft, weapons, and aircraft parts at the aircraft tree to gain the upper hand of missions. Alright. Points awarded depending on the performance in your missions and matches. They can be exchanged for new aircraft, special weaponry, and upgrade parts in the aircraft tree. You can receive them in campaign mode for each mission you complete and in multiplayer mode for each patch you play. Okay, so it's shared between them, that's kind of cool. The better your performance, determined by my completion time, number of kills, and blah blah blah, the more points I obtain. Use those points in the aircraft tree to obtain more powerful aircraft, weaponry, and upgrade parts, giving you more of a fighting chance in the air. Neat. Spend MRP can't be refunded. And when I buy an aircraft, I'll automatically get a special weapon, but I need to buy the remaining 2 separately. Okay, it's like an actual... It's an upgrade tree, basically. Yep, they do the same things. They have fighters, multi-rolls, and attackers. Oh, okay, so attackers are red, multi-rolls are purple, and fighters are blue. Okay. Parameters, they make... I know how those work. Cost... Aircraft additional weaponry and upgrade parts have varying costs that only apply in multiplayer mode. Ah, so that's how these things will be balanced. That makes sense. That makes sense. Can I skip that? No, I can't. Okay. That one's locked for some reason. This has a guided penetration bomb. Yeah. Ooh, hang on. Oh, that enhances. I don't really. No, I don't want to quit out. I don't really want to use the F-16C because it's a little bit too squirrely for my tastes. I don't think any of these are too much better. Unfortunately, I can't directly compare it. What's the first thing it unlocks? The high-power air-to-air missiles. I don't want to use that. Okay, well, the Mirage is actually pretty stable, and it's useful as a... Comes with a guided penetration bomb. How many points do I have at the moment, actually? Nowhere near enough to buy that. Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, to be fair, the standard missiles it comes with would be more than good enough to do what I need to do. Oh, of course, yeah, I also have the F4E as well. I think I will actually use the next one. Because it has the long-range air-to-surface missiles made for clustered ground targets and airburst missiles for air-to-air combat. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use the F4E next because that's just something there. So slightly less mobility and stability, actually. I'm just trying to consider what I want to unlock. I can't unlock that next anyway, so... Okay, let's get the guided penetration bombs just to kind of secure the ground attack. There we go. Yes, I know I have. That's fine. Okay, so chances are it's going to be mostly just shooting and attacking ground targets. Most part, this is going to be shooting and attacking ground targets. I just want to make sure I have something specifically for attacking ground targets on there. That is... What do you want to do? Select parts? Oh, right, yeah. That'll be the upgrade parts I unlocked for it. Only have so many slots. I can only be equipped with up to 8 upgrade parts. I cannot assign more than upgrade part of the same name to an aircraft, even if it's of a different level. Okay, that's fair enough. So I do want to put that on because it's going to make me a little bit fast. It's going to give me a little bit better mobility. Let's sortie.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP. Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target, but HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
Oh, fair enough.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Yeah, I know how you're works.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Well, this one's going to be fairly straightforward.
Page 2 locked.
There we go. You're going to destroy that nicely. Yeah, that was fairly straightforward. Oh, is that a helicopter? Yes, it is.
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Missile launched. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
Here they
Enemy
come.
interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage
Yeah, I
in
see them
30
coming.
seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Then you better make it. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Trigger, there's 1 more to go. H2, they have a lock on you.
Oh shit.
Vehicle down.
Oh.
Bandit is in my sights.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Enemy transports attacking.
The enemy aircraft away from the base. Pushing him over clear ground. Free, get the bailout down.
Zero 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now. No, they're not linked to the radar.
I made a mistake.
Launch back.
Alright, let's retry from checkpoint.
Current target is on
Oh,
rails.
this is the entire
Still
mission.
military vehicles
Okay.
and anti-air weaponry.
That's why I get for trying to do
Destroy the
something
target.
fancy and not really
HQ has
doing
made
it
clear
well.
that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
Try and get some altitude.
Any aircraft shot down could land in
Let's
civilian
hug the cloud
territory.
cover.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Bombs away. Target destroyed.
There we go.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Let's get a little bit closer. I just have to fly in a straight line because I haven't got any interceptors up, so...
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Okay.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
Oh, I missed one.
Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now!
No stairs.
We're using the containers now! Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed.
There is one back
3
there.
to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
I'm a moron. Okay, well, let's try and take care of that in a
Enemy
sec.
interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Good work, Trigger.
That was the last radar
Someone
vehicle.
took care of it.
Great work.
Enemy missile detected.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Breaking lock. Evading.
Careful, the enemy has a lock.
Everything's been burned down. Away. No, they're not.
Oh, I did not. They were coming to meet me, so it didn't quite work out. That should kill him.
Here's some feedback for those former chasing.
Yes, it did.
Manuals in a language we can understand. The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes
Oh,
lose
yeah.
their lock-on to their targets, too. Aim over clear ground. School 3,
can't be locked on. Oh, okay. Hang on.
Box 2.
Oh, I fucked that up a little bit.
Mage 2, missile away.
There we go.
So you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
Oh, the launching C-17s. We want to take those out.
Flying to the clouds.
Mage 2, bombs away. Alright, this base is worth destroying. 5 targets remaining.
Oh, okay, they're a little bit tougher than I thought.
Mage 2, walking.
Woo! Lots of shots going my way.
Firing. Okay, let's completely blind those bastards.
4 targets remaining.
Keep your mind focused. Launch preparations complete. Bolts are brief. Whenever you're ready. Protected. Stand clear. 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
That's gonna get straight. Oh, hello.
Wait.
Oh,
What happened? Status report.
that'd be against the
Multiple
Geneva
bogeys on
Convention,
radar.
wouldn't it?
They're close.
Wait. They're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Cloud.
I would
No
probably
doubt
say
about it,
that's
we're dealing with
not an-
UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. Column 3.
Yeah, I know.
HQ, this
Yes,
is
I know, I've been
Column 1.
using them.
Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones. Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out. It doesn't matter? He's saying the war can change in an instant, you know? Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Okay, let's accelerate super fast.
Locked. Feels like I'm riding a roller
Oh,
coaster
you
up here.
split off. You get. Hang on, I need to.
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you.
Enemy UAV
Got you.
confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Got you, because you flew in a straight line.
Takes down an enemy.
It's fine.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Oh, that's cool.
In gun range.
I've maneuvered behind the enemy.
The aircraft
Let's see if this can't.
I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Oh. Oh, okay, that's a thing. See if we can't. Oh, you are
Target was
wiggling.
not struck.
I need to get out. Because I was
on, this
getting
one's
really
tail.
disoriented there.
Mage 2, walking.
Come on, these gotta hit, these gotta hit. Yes!
The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
Under the cloud cover.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Okay, okay. Well, aside from trying to do a fancy maneuver and smacking
Current
into the
target
ground.
is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
Alright, that's pretty good. I am enjoying this.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Yep. Yeah, this is definitely a fun game.